Good morning, my friend. Welcome to today's episode of The Drive.
The Drive.
Hey, what is happening? How you doing? Dean here, of course, on the way to Internet Profits HQ on this fine, glorious day. It is 7:26 in the morning right now, and I'm not gonna lie, you can probably tell on the look on my face, I am exhausted. It has been a long week. As you may know, about last week or so, I was actually overseas for a week in Greece, in a small island called Kefalonia, and I was actually attending a wedding. We still haven't pulled all the footage together from everything, so I've got plenty still to show you from this, but nonetheless, I didn't really get anything. I didn't access my computer other than maybe one day to send a couple of emails and communicate with the team a little bit, but I didn't do anything. So I've got tons of stuff that I'm catching up on because we're really busy at the moment. Busy with setting a lot of stuff up. We're optimizing and further testing and doing a lot of things to do with our funnel. We're doing a lot of things to do with setting up automated webinar campaigns and building lots of different things. And there's been lots of changes that have been, well, a few changes that have been happening in the internet marketing space that have, you know, caused a few little snags along the way, shall we say. For example, first one that comes to mind is Google recently making changes to their Google Chrome browser, meaning that they have stopped allowing auto-playing videos to autoplay. And there's people trying to find workarounds for this, I think, and there's a few different solutions cropping up that may or may not be good, or things like this. And so it's just been a bit of a pain, just obviously having to adapt. And I think, this is one of the things, right? A few other changes that are kind of occurring right now. Facebook have been making changes. For example, they have been getting rid of a few things, such as their Audience Insights tool now no longer exists, which is a real shame because it was really helpful. And the pain in the ass when a lot of this kind of stuff changes is not just that you lose it, it's that a lot of the products that you create, or the trainings and tutorials, or the advice you give people, centers around some of the stuff that you've been using yourself and familiar with. And when this kind of stuff goes, it not only is a drawback for your own business in a sense of your usability and the utility of that particular tool or service when things change, but additionally, if you've got products about them, then all of a sudden those products don't make sense. People try and follow them and the stuff's just not there. So anyway, bit of stuff going on. So needless to say, I think this raises an important point that you have to be, when you are running a business, particularly in an online space where there is lots of online platforms and services and tools that you use that are completely outside of your control, you have to be open and willing. Really yawn. Told you I was tired. You have to be open and willing to change. You have to be willing to adapt. You have to be willing to make alterations and be willing to not just kind of moan about it. Me talking about it now, it's not, oh, my life's fallen apart, Google stopped this and Facebook have changed that, oh, the world's gonna end. It's not moaning, it's like, oh, there's changes happening right now that's a bit crappy for this reason and this reason, but you have to adapt. And that's really the message of the video, is you have to be willing and able to adapt when you're in business. You have to, right? Because times change, things change, particularly I can say here at Internet Profits, like, sometimes we'll completely switch, like we'll be doing stuff and it's like all of a sudden priorities change, and it's an exciting environment to be in. It's an exciting environment to work in and operate in, because when I remember when I used to be in jobs that I'd hate, it's just like you show up every day's the same, you're just like a robot. It's like, do this, do that, robotic, whereas here, although we've got certain tasks that are kind of like that, I think there'll always be that case. There's also a lot of excitement when we're thinking of new plans and new stuff and projects and different things that we're doing, different videos, different approaches, different concepts, different products. You know, it's very exciting to me, and the rest of the team as well. But it also brings an element of madness, because you have to be willing to adapt and switch quickly and constantly. At the moment, you know, the amount of times where we're like, right, we've got to stop, we've got to do this, you know. So you've got to be willing to adapt. Don't hang on to anything like it's going to be there forever. Don't act like anything's going to be there forever. Be willing and able to move fast, adapt fast. Don't get caught in the past. You know, adapt with the changes, adapt into the future. It's always going to be this way. The amount of changes that I've encountered over the last decade and more, operating with an online business on the internet is phenomenal. And if you don't adapt, then you cease to exist. It's as simple as that. Look at Blockbuster, for example. You know, they cease to exist. I think I read Blockbuster had the opportunity to buy Netflix a long time ago, and they didn't. I bet there's people in the world now that you know, look back on these things and say, if only we adapted, if only we made changes. You know, so you got to think about these things. You're in an online space, the world changes, business changes, platforms change. You have to change, you have to adapt. So if you don't, as I say, you cease to exist. And with that great thought of ceasing to exist, I will leave you for today. So thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you're with us here on YouTube, of course. Join the Internet Profits family. Don't miss any of that. It's good stuff of me talking about how to cease to exist in your life and in your business. And with that said, have a great day. I'm going to jump in now. First one here. I was last one out, first one back. It's because I'm busy, lots of stuff to do. You got to make stuff happen sometimes. So with that said, take care. Have a great one. Bye-bye for now.